Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 14 of Hearts of Iron 4 as the United Kingdom. Where have all these German divisions come from down here in Northern Africa? They certainly weren't there earlier. We do have some units coming in to help, which is a very, very good thing. Try and get all of my units over here in sort of one spot. We can all push in together is kind of the plan. We'll try and get a bit of a unified front going. Also trying to just squish Italy over here, which will really help. So if you get in there, we'll get all three of these guys to go and attack there while this one division just goes around and captures the last few provinces up here to the north. That should be okay. Then we'll bring all of those guys back up here and we'll hopefully use them to push against this bit of Africa. If we can clear Italy out of Africa completely, that means that we can concentrate a little bit more on what we are doing over here. So we are definitely sort of starting to push forwards. But the lack of manpower is being really, really painful at the moment. This other army, can we give you a better general? What do you have? Better combat width and max entrenchment. Is there anything better we could give you that would help? Not really. Fine, we'll leave it as it is then. I assume we're doing stuff. These guys down here, these guys aren't actually doing anything. Can we just go and assign you to that order? Are you now going to move in? No. Okay, please. Attack, please. Do stuff. No? Go on, push forwards, all of you. Get stuff done. So what are you doing? The plan is considered to be risky. Yes, it is. And I wouldn't even call it a plan. Wow, Italy are really expanding out here. It'll be easier once I can get some sort of units brought forward. Right, you guys are all going to go in there together. That should be an easy win. And we'll just go ahead and take the rest of this while that's going on down there. And then we'll bring the rest of those units up and try and push them towards France. Then it will be our land and not French land, which I guess might be slightly better for us. I would like some more tank divisions, but I bet we're never going to be able to afford to get a tank brigade. No location set. We'd like probably 5 units. We will set a location and probably just get them built in Dover directly. Okay, what have we got here? Japanese diplomats in Berlin. A new partnership is developing between Tokyo and Berlin. Negotiations have begun for a pact between the two states, citing both strategic interests and shared values. While it remains to be seen what, if anything, comes from these negotiations, the prospect of a friendship between one of the strongest military forces on each hemisphere is a cause to worry for many enemies. Indeed it is. Denmark has now been called in. Fantastic. So, oh, Romania is on the opposite side. I thought they'd moved it onto the German side. So, Royal Ordnance Factories has now completed. So, we could go for the BSA, Birmingham Small Arms, which would give us reduced production cost on infantry equipment. Do we want to go for any of these? What would this give us here? United States gets the Tizard mission, which I have no idea what that is. Because it works into nuclear tech. We probably do want to work into that. Let's just go for... Do we want to go for any of this? Naval building slots, dockyards, jet aircraft. A bit ahead of time for doing that, I think. Extra naval experience could be useful. I think we just work into radar and go... I know we don't need radar to get that. At least I don't think we do. Or do we? Yeah, no, we do need radar first. Let's go and work down that tree then. We do have spare factories. Actually, we've got a few now. We've all of a sudden got 6 spare ones. So we do need some tanks still. Wish the game would stop unpausing. Mechanized we're a little bit short of. One more. Let me just check to make sure, because we might fill this. No, we are down on supply, so we'll put another one in there. Norway's in. Japan has now joined. That is not good. So Germany is now attacking Denmark and Norway, which, again, you know, strategically it's good for us because they are fighting on more fronts. The more fronts they have to fight on, the easier it becomes for us to take them out because their troops get sort of split and separated. You're just going to end up taking all of these provinces on your own. Are we actually attacking these guys? I mean, why aren't they dead yet? It's 3-on-1. They're encircled, so they've got a massive attack and defense penalty. So this is definitely something that we do want to be taking advantage of if we can sneak behind the German forces to try and encircle them. They are entrenched, though, but they shouldn't last too long. We should be able to deal with them quite quickly. Over here, things aren't going quite so well. It does look like Italy's trying to push back. Doesn't look like there's quite as much combat going on the French-Italian front at the moment. If we can take this area from Germany and we can hide behind these two rivers, then we might be able to push north a little bit more back towards Belgium. If at all possible, we'll give it a go. Available planes in reserves. We are short on oil, aren't we always? So let's go and trade up some more oil with America. Give away another factory. Brilliant. Another military factory is available. We're very, very low on all sorts of stuff. Planes in reserve. What do we have? We have a lot of planes in reserves. These ones are standing by, apparently. Fighters and naval bombers. I guess you could work over North Africa here. Will it allow you to? Yeah, you are working over North Africa. So if I click here now, and you guys can... I don't really want air superiority, I suppose. Interception. And... port strikes, probably. Can we build a new air wing over here? A lot of bombers. Let's move those over. We cannot create the air wing, not enough service manpower for it. Right, so you even need manpower to create the air wing. So why bother telling me that there's planes in reserves? Because I can't do anything because I don't have the manpower to do anything with them. Let's get you working over here, helping out in... No, still can't do that either. So... Don't give me a pop-up if it's irrelevant, basically. Yeah, we need to go and get stuff done over here, actually. Looks like we are still trying to push in. We're retreating. Shouldn't actually be attacking at the moment. Right, we've got all of this down here now. That is fantastic. So you guys all want to get up to here. And in fact, what we want to do is unassign you all. And you all want to be assigned to this army. The German Reich took 3 states from and Hungary was annexed. Fantastic. So that's all going to be one army. We also lost our other army up here. This was 2 armies. It's now just 1. I suppose that does make life slightly easier. Can we give this army a better leader? Give you someone with a little bit of power. Combat width and entrenchment. Reconnaissance. Max entrenchment. Out of supply. Supply's a problem in Africa, but... I don't know. Maybe we just go with our field marshal. Let's go with the reconnaissance guy. He'll do. So we'll keep sort of pushing up here. I think we are working our way in. Not too sure how helpful France are being at this point. Again, more military factories available. Definitely getting behind on support equipment now. That's quite painful, actually. We're also losing a lot of tanks, apparently. Well, I guess we need a lot more tanks now as well, because I'm also building the some extra tank units. So we don't need quite as many carrier fighters anymore. also mechanized. We can recover a factory there. So let's go and put a couple more onto light tanks. Not too sure how useful they're going to be. Looks like there's been lots of naval battles around where we have sunk Italian convoys, which is fine as far as I'm concerned. So how's German? The German right now is looking quite quite sizable, but they are fighting on multiple fronts. Of course, Italy are being a pain in the arse, but we'll do what we can. Italy are expanding very rapidly down here in Africa, and I don't like that at all. You guys need to move more quickly. I don't know what you guys are doing. I guess we should be working on pushing this line, which I think is what the army is attempting to do. Got a lot of units here that don't have any organisation at the moment because there's no supply. We don't have any infrastructure down here. I think that's part of the problem. Is a non-cause, so we can't actually build anything down here. What have we got here? Non-aggression pact with China. Well, I'm fine. China should be on our side anyway, historically. Let's be sneaky and sneak in behind that unit there. That might work out. It might be a terrible idea, of course. There's always that possibility, but it might work out. How are things going over here? Apparently we're winning some battles. Why is it taking us so long to push into this this area? How many planes have we still got working in this area? We've still got quite a few. So we're still getting some stuff done. Might want to put some more of these onto close air support, actually. Get a little bit more of their stuff bombed, because they've only got a mission efficiency 77.6, close air support. They've got a lot of tanks there, you see, so it would be nice to go in and do some more more close air support. Come on, France, stop losing. Just hold them off. You don't even have to win. Just why has France got one random cavalry in the middle of an Italian province there? You're not doing very well over here, France. No, why are you attacking directly into there? You shouldn't be. Guess you guys can sort of come up and try and get in there and help. We need at least one organisation to fight. Yes. You guys all want to get up here as well. Yeah, go and get on that line. Go on. Is it control and click? I don't know. Something happened. Modify government. Resistance occupation. High levels of resistance down here. Don't really know what that means, so we'll leave it for now. Another free military factory. Wow, we're just so behind on tanks, it's unbelievable. Modify government. We can get one more political advisor. Construction speeds. Don't really know as we need any of this stuff. Theorist. Rocket research time. Nuclear. Air experience gains. Strategic destruction doctrine minus 10%. What about down here? What about a Chief of Air Force? More air experience, night operations penalty reduction, or air accidents chance reduction. Let's get the night operations. I mean, we're flying day and night, so 50% of the time we're flying at night. So if we can reduce the penalties for flying at night, that should be good for us. Come on, let's push in a little bit more onto the German side of things over here. Let's sort of try and stop them from eating up all of the Netherlands and Belgium if we can. Still not entirely sure what is going on here in North Africa. The Italians seem to be working really hard to try and sort of hold it back. We have got a few units now sort of getting involved up here. They might try and come and reinforce. Problem we've got at the moment is we're essentially morale locked. We can't actually move in with many of these units. We'll keep trying to move forwards if we can. Still don't have any manpower, which is always fun. Factories are all in use. Again, getting a lot of air experience. How are we doing on our research? I haven't had anything pop up for a while. Can't wait to actually get Spitfires. And then I think before we build any, we'll upgrade them, which might be quite nice. We're 11 days out from getting... we'll get a few more techs in a few turns. Particularly one that I am interested in getting is the Dispersed Industry, which will give us an extra 10% factory output, and it will also increase the number of factories we can have in each state. Also give us some more production efficiency retention, so when we add factories to a production line, it won't have quite as drastic a drop in its production efficiency, which is always nice. Something going on in the English Channel. I'm assuming probably Italy losing some ships. Normally the case. I think we've actually got the Channel quite well defended. I'm not too bothered about the mainland, as in... So the reason I don't have any troops over there, I think we're actually holding them back quite well. Enemy has air superiority in the central Mediterranean. That is interesting. Is there any particular reason why that is the case? What's our navy up to? Oh, we've got aircraft on our carriers. Could do with some more carriers, of course. Right, we are starting to encircle these guys now. Right, we are pushing in now. Don't know where you're going. What do we want to do here? Control and click to assign selected unit to this orders. Control and right click to select units assigned to this order. So we want to control and click. They all want to go into there. Radar is done. Okay, lots of stuff just finished there. So no national focus is set. Let's go and work on that Tizard mission while we can do it. Not exactly sure what that's going to give us because it doesn't show me anything. It just tells me what the effect is. I'm not familiar with the name, and my World War II history is not all that great. We've produced many breakthroughs in technology that we cannot fully exploit ourselves due to our lack of resources and industrial capacity. Henry Tizard would like to go ahead to head a delegation to negotiate a technology sharing treaty with the USA. We'll go ahead and do it. I can only assume it'll help us out in some way, shape or form. Start a new technology to research. Can we by any chance get Spitfires yet? We can get the Spitfires, and they're not ahead of time anymore. Let's go start working on Spitfires then. Military factory, we have a spare one. Again, let's keep working on the tanks. So they can't deploy any carriers at the moment because we don't have the manpower. That's the reason why we don't have any extra... carrier fighters were also filled on those, so let's just put them into tanks for now. So the main problem at the moment is really a lack of manpower. We will need to go and generate another front line across here shortly. Finished excavation research. Dispersed Industry 3. Oh, that will be researched in 2 days. Then after that, yeah, that one's quite a long way off. We get the better oil plants. Factory repair speed we don't really need. What about any of this? That's ahead of time. Engineering. Anything in here that'd be useful to us? We can work on atomic research. Not necessarily sure we want to go that way, but let's do it. Let's give ourselves the option. Let's give ourselves the option to go atomic. It works in Civilization 5. Why won't it work in HOI 4? That's the way I look at things. So, there we go. There's the Dispersed Industry finish. So, we're getting free slots all over the place here now. Let's go and work on... Oh, let's go and get improved computing machine, because that'll just reduce research time for everything. So, again, one of those techs that pays for itself, really. So, we're taking a good chunk of Africa now. I would like to have some more units up here, but I think we've probably got enough to work our way in. Again, there's a lot of attrition issues over here. Once we get some more naval control... France, stop losing ground, please. France is still losing over here. Have we actually managed to push in yet? There's still a few provinces there that we haven't grabbed. It's not going too bad. We still don't have air superiority in the central Mediterranean, which is a little bit of a shame. But we can build Spitfires, and then once we unlock Spitfires, we will be able to build the Fairy Fulmar. which again is just the sort of carrier version of the Spitfire. Although I think in the war, I think Barracudas were mainly used in the naval service roles. Can't 100% remember. We're still way out from getting jet engines and stuff like that, but certainly we want... This is the other thing as well that you have to remember with Hearts of Iron, is you're never going to be able to research everything. You just really don't have the time. So you have to be a little bit sort of picky and choosy about what you pick. We may actually pick up the Matildas at some point and upgrade the Vickers to the Matildas. They are slightly better tanks. Of course, our production line's really going to hate us for doing it, but it might be the way to go. Oh, there is actually a help button. I bet that just opens like the Wikipedia page or something. Almost guaranteed. Yep, it does. Didn't even know that was there, but exactly what you'd expect. Wikipedia, because that's how you learn to do stuff. Might be a useful thing, actually. It's got all like console commands and things like that. It talks about battle plans, and one of these days I will actually take the time to read through it. I haven't done that yet. I must admit, last time I looked at it, it wasn't didn't have all that much stuff in there. I guess, like most wiki pages, it keeps getting stuff added all the time. I'm hoping my recording software is picking this up. It is an in-game browser window, so I assume that it is picking it up, but there you go. So let's just unpause the game again for a little bit of time, see what happens. We've got another military factory, and infantry equipment is still filled. We're not doing too bad on support equipment. We should be paused here. What do we want to be working on more than anything right now? Probably some more carrier fighters for a little bit of time. What have we got here? Japan has basically annexed China. So China has capitulated, the Chinese government has gone into exile, and their main forces have capitulated with Japan, who is now in control of their home area. The struggles between Japan and China was only a small part of the conflict, and the war between Axis and what remains of the Chinese United Front continues elsewhere. Well, we'd already heard that line before. As you can see, Japan now pretty much controls all of China. A tiny little bit left here of... I thought this was part of China. Apparently not, but yeah, Japan getting quite stompy. Really need the Soviet Union to come in and help on the side of the Allies in this war. It would really help things out. Also, of course, if America would come and actually get involved. Diplomacy, we want... America should be there. Invite to faction. It's only negative 70. Base reluctance 20. We have a war that they may be drawn into. Well, no shit. It's a world war. We'll see how that goes. I still want to concentrate on trying to take this part of northern Africa. If we can wipe Italy out here, then maybe we can go and do some damage to Italy itself. Try and get Italy out of the war first, and then that'll make it easier for France to deal with the French-German border. So, once again, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Hearts of Iron 4. I'll see you on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.